And focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you focusing to the sound, and let your body to settle down and relax your mind and relax your breathing. So remember, when you relax your breathing intensely, it helps to relax your mind. And also when you relax your body, it also helps to relax your mind. So just gently close your eyes and focus to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, in the beginning we start with the tranquility meditation. So to do tranquility meditation, we take our inhalation, exhalation as the primary mental object. So in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And just bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area and allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen naturally. So when the inhalation, exhalation happens, and through the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, just recognize it and don't interfere with it, and don't try to make any comments or don't try to change the pattern. Just allow it to happen naturally, and when it happens, recognize. So in the very first level, recognize inhalation, exhalation separately. And then from there, little bit bring more deep attention to see the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. So that is the second step. And that when it comes to third step, and some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. So like that, each and every inhalation, exhalation different. It has its own character. So just observe it and recognize. So that way, little by little, it will help you to calm down your mind and stay in one point. Once the mind has some calmness, and when it comes to a certain state of the tranquility state, from there we go to vipassana level of practice. So in the vipassana level, when the inhalation, exhalation happen, you not focus to inhalation or exhalation. You focus to very nature of your feelings. So when the inhalation, exhalation happens, what is happening to your feeling? How you recognize it as inhalation or exhalation? So in the very first level, follow the feelings and see how the feelings change, followed by the inhalation, exhalation. And it is not someone else's wish, it is not even you doing it, it is just happening itself. And it depend on inhalation, exhalation, your feelings. Just follow it and don't react. Don't take it as you, and don't try to change the pattern. Just observe and recognize. And other thing is, following this feeling, sometimes your thoughts change or the mind change. And when the inhalation happen, you feel something deeply, your mind take it in a different way. Exhalation happen, take it in different way. and observe it. Even entire body sometimes deeply react to inhalation, exhalation. So in a certain level, you can observe and recognize. Just be with it and see the change and stay with the change. And so when you see the change, the important thing is not to interfere and not to take it as it is you, and not to have kind of like trying to control it, just allowing it to happen, and at the same time see. So little by little in deeply, this dualistic mind, this observer and the subject going to disappear in a certain moment, and there is no gap within observer and the object. So what you observe itself, it is your mind. So that is the point that you have to get. So it is little by little, observing and recognizing, observing and recognizing. You have to get into that. So let's practice a little bit. If your mind go here and there, you can bring it back again and again, and don't push too much yourself. Just keep the comfort, and but at the same time you have to remember not to be too comfortable and have some discipline with your practice also, because otherwise it's your mind start to go back to its own way. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture, and gently close your eyes, please. And bring my attention to your whole body. And scan head to toes, your whole body. And say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. And take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that wisdom. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories, and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, we relax our body step by step. So mentally, relax your body, followed my words. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. And relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. And relax your lungs. Relax your heart. And relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. And relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. And relax your large intestine. Relax your all abdominal organs. And relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. And relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. And release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And keep your attention to the sensation. And observe the inhalation, exhalation, and recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. So do nothing extra. Allow everything to settle down itself. Don't interfere with anything. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Stay with the sensation. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly this is the beginning, this is the middle, and this is the end. See the very nature of inhalation, exhalation. Some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft. In exhalation, see. Just accept it. Drop all the details that you see with the inhalation, exhalation. Just stay with the feelings and see how the feelings change, followed by the inhalation, exhalation. When the feelings change, sensation change, and see how your body react moment by moment. So without adding any thoughts or thinking about it, just observe. And bring your attention to your body and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through your compound, village, city, state, country, world, and around this universe. And as far as we can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. So, with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the energy, spread the light without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it. with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to our this human existence, from morning to night, night to morning, 24/7, we have a dream. That dream mostly related with our own self-freedom. Each and every human beings, these all living beings, even these plants, even every atom, that whatever exists, and always have a journey to find its own freedom. That movement itself is called energy. So it's kind of like when you drop that journey, when you drop that struggle, two things. Once you drop the struggle for freedom, one is kind of like you dead. Another one is you have the freedom. It's kind of like when you have a journey, when you come to the destination, you end the journey. So like that, when you look for the freedom, once you have the freedom, you don't look for the freedom. So like that, this journey always happening. It's happened eons by eons in the sansaric journey. This keep coming, this journey. So this is a moment that we have ourselves to think and see what is the freedom that we have, and are you going in the right direction? Because maybe we need certain things, but if we go in the wrong direction, then it's not going to happen sometimes. We cannot get it. So when it comes to freedom, that from what we look for, what we trying to find the freedom, there are two ways: inner freedom and this external freedom. Material freedom, psychological freedom. Inside freedom, outside freedom. So you have to be very careful. So the very first thing that you have to understand, are you really want to be free? So mostly sometimes people like to be in the cage. They don't want freedom. They addicted to being in the cage. There was person, 50 years he was in a prison, and then the new king came, and as celebration, and he gave freedom to prisoners. And then one prison guard came and opened the door and told this old person, and he almost, he was kind of 50 years was in the jail, and he opened the door and told to this person, okay, go. And this person looked at that jail and asked, where? And then he told, you can go, now you're free. Then this prisoner asked, what does that mean? Where you have to go? And then he told, you can go anywhere now. Now you're free. I don't know where you have to go. You can go anywhere. You are free. And this person came out of the cell and then start to look here and there. And he saw this that people going here and there, and all the nature, this outside, and it disturbed him. And it disturbed him, and then he turned back and ran inside to the cell and told, I don't want to go anywhere. Let me be here. And then the prison guard told, no, you cannot be here now. Now you have to go. You have no permission, authority to stay here. So that's how the prison, if you want to stay there, it's kind of, they not allow. Once you're free, you have to go. Then it's funny, once they sentence you, they hold you and put the handcuff and, with the soldiers, and they take you in. And when they say you are free, and then they hold you and try to throw you out. So somehow this person the same. And then the guard told, no, you cannot stay now. Now you have to go. And then he came out with the fear, anxiety, depression, sadness, worry. And then the freedom itself start to disturb. The same thing happening with us also. Just look yourself. How big this, world. And can you go out of your house and without any intention, how you find your room at home, even it is your own house, and you don't stay in even sometimes outside. How you find your room? You have no intention. That automatically you go there. You hide in a place. And you have windows, how often that you open the windows, and even how are you looking out of the windows? And on your neighborhood, there are sometimes the walking path, are you walk? And sometimes in life, have you ever thought, it's just physical, forget about it's nothing to do with the spiritual, just physical. Have you ever thought to find this physical freedom, experience it little bit? Because deeply we stuck, and that itself not allow you to open your awareness. So when you get disturbed suddenly, when something happen, and then you start to look why this happened. So otherwise these things always happening. But when it happen to you, how possible that you get disappointed, upset, sad, worry? So it is already there, but we don't see it. So as example, that few weeks ago, there was an earthquake, 4.2 in Los Angeles. And a lot of people got disappointed and saying, oh my gosh, what is that? How it going to happen like that way? Oh, what going to happen to us like that? Now, more than 100 years, they keep telling there's something going to happen because that's, that's the way it is. But even we know that when it happened, we cannot accept it. So in your life, when it comes to this conventional life, the same, that you know everything. You know people die. You know sometimes that things break down. And you know sometimes that the things going to disappear. This all you know. It's a basic knowledge. But when it happened to you, why you cannot take it? The reason is you are in a kind of like a cell. You are in a kind of like a cage that you build yourself. And when it get disturbed, it doesn't matter worldly nature. If you get disturbed, then you have the fear, anxiety, depression, worry, sadness, so like that. And we have kind of like a self image build up little by little, little by little, little by little. Self identity crisis. This crisis happening all the time. Self identity crisis. You build up identity. I am like this, and you know this everything impermanent. You know everything change. And you know even head to toes any single atom you cannot hold. This everything always change. You experience your childhood time, your teenager time, as a young person, as an elder, you have seen how you change. But still, even that, in that change, you cannot accept the self-image that you build in you. You take as permanent. You don't want to accept it as changing. So that is the prison that we have to slowly, get out. And see, there are a lot of people finally, and they get disappointed because of their own self-image. They get disappointed from their own self-identity. Why? Because thinking about the freedom, they develop the cage. So if you become unhappy because of your own behavior, no one can help. So that's why the Dharma, that the teachings, little by little, you have to understand when you have opportunity, because then you're not going to go to that kind of crisis. You're able to get out of it little by little before it attack you. Otherwise, if we build the self-image, self-identity, when it becomes too strong, what is happening? It's going to attack to ourselves also. And there was a very reason that research done from a university regarding this social media, very interesting. And a lot of people get disappointed when with these social medias, like mainly Facebook. And the reason is their own selfie. not because of something else. They get disappointed because of their own image. How it is happening? Because when you want to post something, and sometimes you kind of like, you are not normal, you kind of like react, and you come to a kind of like a putting a pace, kind of like a so beautiful, so nice, and it is not real sometimes. Even you put makeup and design in, so like that, and then you put the selfie, and everybody say, oh, you lie, oh, you beautiful, so like that. But you know, it is not real nature. Now your own post going to attack you. Why? Because when you look at it, you have a struggle, because you have to maintain that, and you know it is not you. And there are some people, they go to mall and they wear kind of like they go and this fitting room, and they just put the cloth and take a selfie, and then they post. They don't buy that cloth, and then other people say, oh, you look nice, beautiful, pretty, handsome. Now they have a problem. Why? Because they don't have it. And the filters, in the phone, when you take a picture, it has filters, and so you use a filter, and it take out all the things, that unnecessary things, and it make it kind of like a newly born baby. So everybody say, oh, you look so pretty, nice, handsome, beautiful. And but when you look at yourself, the same picture, you get disappointed now. See that this self crisis happening. This everywhere. Then you have to be be careful yourself. So because who you build into you, what you build inside you, going to attack you if it is not the right thing. And see, that's how the people kill themselves. It's happening all over, everywhere. And during this time period, people get more disappointed. And when people kill themselves, mostly when they shoot themselves, where they shoot, they don't shoot here or here. No, they go here always. They go here because this mind disturbed. They get so mad with the mind. So then yourself remember, the freedom mean recognizing the freedom, getting the freedom is very carefully you have to find out. Because if it is kind of like a misunderstanding or going somewhere else, so maybe that you think that the prison is itself is the freedom, and you go into it, and that the outside freedom it going to become disturbed. Even you become free, it become a prison to you. So don't become like that, because in this very lifetime, if you able to attain to the enlightenment or the liberation, otherwise in the samsaric journey, whatever you learn, it going to come as a habit to yourself. Then in this very lifetime, what you learn, make it help for your samsaric journey, and it become a profitable skill to yourself. So then bondage and freedom, this is the struggle that we have. So then you have to see, when you have a bondage, what is the reason that you have that? And the behalf of the freedom, if you have a bondage, that is so dangerous. You cannot get out of it. So another thing is, when you want to become free, and if you resist that something, and that also so dangerous, because then you have the anger, disappointment with what you have. So then everybody look for freedom, everybody like for freedom, but knowingly or unknowingly, most of people thinking it is freedom, and they get into the prison. And so that is where you need the wisdom. So as example, you feel more relaxed, you alone yourself, and then you feel kind of like you are now free. And then you feel kind of like you need a puppy or cat, and you get it. And then what happening later? And now you have to maintain that. And you start to have a bondage. So everything the same. The whatever the things that we thinking about the freedom, and if we try to get something and hold it to something, clinging to something, and sometimes it's going to take us to the prison. So if you not become very careful, you are in trouble, and no one can help, and then disappointed, unhappiness, sadness, worry, then the fear. That fear lead you to do something else, which is unnecessary. And because once you do something with your bodily, verbally, and mentally action, and you are responsible for that. So then how you can get out of it? Because you have to do something, and at the same time what you're doing should not make a prison yourself. Otherwise that clinging itself going to take the responsibility to yourself. So then whatever the things that you do in day-to-day life, the very first important thing is, remember, the whatever the bodily, verbally, or mentally action, and get out of the self-centered mind. Because with the self-centered mind, it is always take us to the clinging. And the deeply how you can apply the knowledge of Vipassana. Because when you observe, when you become very clear with the feeling, sensation, formations, and the consciousness, and you recognize there is no such entity, unchangeable entity, permanent entity as self. That understanding, so when you trying to go with something, that understanding will help you to not to struggle. Even looking for freedom, I want to be free. Even when you look for the freedom with the self-centered mind, that itself can take you to difficulties. And that is the important thing, because I am the one who want to be free. Then it is in a wrong position. So then the very key point, where even you look for freedom, and you have to understand, it is not, don't look it with the self-centered mind. It's kind of like you again go back to the prison. And so when you look for freedom, that's why you have to be so wise, and otherwise that you cannot get that. So in this very moment, this very level, that how you have to understand and recognize that all the conditions, things change moment by moment. And even if you are in a situation, you feel kind of like you're stuck, the very important thing, get out of the idea of the you or the self, and itself, that moment, allow you to find the freedom. It's kind of like you go through a rabbit hole, but still, that's why we practice the Vipassana only little by little, because otherwise the looking for freedom, it is a suffering and a struggle, that is it. But freedom, when it's freedom in a spiritual life, it is not a suffering or struggle. It is a very, very wrong idea. It is a kind of like this conventional life, when we go against something, that's why we call the struggle for freedom. So whatever the struggle in the society, and people we gather and do and go against something, and then people appreciate that. So mentally you cannot practice that idea. You go against to whom? So freedom struggle, maybe you have an enemy and you go against that enemy, and maybe conventionally you can use that word. I don't know about that, but spiritually, that how you can struggle for your freedom, you cannot. That's it, the first lesson that the Buddha gave, even when he practiced 6 years with this all the yogic methods, giving hard time to body. You cannot struggle with the body. So one of the best example is kind of like the musician, how they play the instrument. They don't struggle with the instrument. They make it kind of like a part of their body. They don't abuse the instrument, but still they get the best out of it, which is not belong to their body. Still they able to get out what they want, what is in their mind. They able to get out of that instrument which is not part of their body. See, that is the art. So the freedom also the same. This anything is not ours, but it is yours. But out of this all, without abusing this anything, can you find the freedom that you want? Even with the people, the same. Whoever giving hard time to you, maybe especially the people whoever too close to you, husband, wife, children, friends, and family members. They are the one who giving hard time. Or maybe mostly we get unhappy because of them. So can you find the inner peace that which you looking for, what you're looking for through them? That is the art. So you have to be wise for that. So then remember, no struggle, no suffering for the freedom. The only thing is, when you're going to do something, get out of the self-centered mind and start to do it. And that will help you to release that. Otherwise, you always go back to the prison. You go back to the prison. Again and again, again and again, whatever happened, you go back to the prison. So this is a very good time period as a human being to find the path for that freedom. So then yourself, when you start to come to a point, whatever you do with your bodily, verbally, and mentally action, and start to do things without the self-centered mind. That is the first step to find the freedom yourself. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha anmihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sambe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.